I'm Allister Malcolm. I'm a glass artist based in the West Midlands here in the Stourbridge area, and I've been professionally trading as such for over 20 years. So I've been working with Be More Social now for well over a year. It came about due to lockdown, in that, well, for me, lockdown represented potentially an end to a way of life. You know, not necessarily just about money or turnover, but just about ceasing doing what I love to do, which is be creative as an artist. I'm not going to lie, the first few weeks of lockdown were enjoyable. The sun came out, we enjoyed that, but I like to keep busy. And I discovered Rick doing his chats online and got sucked in, really. And I guess the relationships developed from there. I knew that to put it into context at that point, every single opportunity to sell and meet clients had ceased to be as it was before. You know, I couldn't go and do craft fairs, I couldn't do trade shows, I could no longer travel down the road and meet somebody, show them the work, and my whole industry relied around the fact somebody could look at the work in the flesh, handle it, fall in love with it and take it away. So as far as I was concerned, it was sort of game over. The first few weeks, I'm not going to lie, it was fairly uncomfortable because there's some home truths that have to be told. There's no, you know, if you want to improve, you're going to have to take on some constructive criticism, and we got it. And at that point, you sort of kind of go, oh God, I can't believe we were making such simple errors early on. But it really does, it takes a third party that's slightly removed from your world to be able to point these gleaming errors out. And so we worked with Elliot, our guru, along with guys in the background, to help us form templates that we could work with easily, and also step by step sensible goals that we could achieve, that we could then kind of evolve and grow and work with, and it could expand and grow to what it is now. So in the period of 12 months, the results have been fairly sensational from our perspective. I think we've set ourselves quite modest sort of targets, because I still deep down felt that people would probably want to handle the glass before they bought it. I keep focusing on the fact that the sooner I can sell something, the sooner I can make another piece and continue doing what I love doing. So we set small goals to begin with. Wanted to grow the number of followers. We've seen followers triple on Instagram, grow tenfold on TikTok, treble on Twitter. Across all platforms, they've really increased on a dramatic scale. If I'd been left to my own devices, I probably would have picked a couple of favourites and just run with them, and it's been thanks to the guru's guidance in the background that we kept up with all of them together. And I think that's helped us stand above our competitors, really, in that we've not put all of our eggs in one basket. Now, prior to lockdown, I was travelling down to London to do shows in London. I've done 5 years of trade shows in New York, doing New York gift fairs. I'd spend thousands and thousands of pounds making the products, flying them over to Manhattan, paying for a show in the Javits Centre for 4 days, flying over myself, all in, we may be looking at £10,000 per show for 4 days. And I built that up over 5 years, and we got agents over there. I wasn't really meeting the right kind of buyer at that time. We were struggling, and so I withdrew from the American market. So meanwhile, I've been dealing with galleries dotted around the UK and having a varying degree of success with that, really, and managing to continue as a glass artist. So over the last 12 months, we've managed to not only increase our internet sales and get our website tuned to our key messages that we want to put across to the general public. Just achieving that simple fact has managed to increase our website sales. We wouldn't be able to survive alone just from the website sales, but it's in communicating across all the different platforms. It's enabled us to reach out to business contacts, which have then commissioned us specifically for other projects. So we've managed to make connections with the right sort of people who are also on the receiving end thinking, how am I going to meet somebody who could potentially make something unique? So whilst I think I've got a problem in that I can't meet the buyers are actually thinking, oh my God, where am I going to meet the people now? So there was just this bit of magic that Be More Social enabled to happen, really, where the two could, as long as we put the information out there and continue using the right hashtags with the right guidance, then the hope was people would find us. Now towards the end of the 12 months, we had an inquiry which I couldn't quite believe came in from a company called Bergdorf Goodman, which is one of the most prestigious stores in Manhattan, and they've only met us through what we've been doing on social media, and they placed an order which has kept us going for 3 months alone, and that is just purely down to the strength of what we've been doing with Be More Social, to be honest. So for us it's been magic. Putting the numbers to one side, we're still happy creating, doing what we do and loving it. But more importantly, it's helped put food on the table for myself and everybody that works here. To describe the service itself, on a whole, you're going to get a team of enthusiasts that are going to have your back on numerous levels, whether that be somebody on call to give you advice about simple tasks on each one of the platforms. It might be graphic approach, it might be that your pixel's not bloody working again and you just need somebody to click a few buttons and make the magic happen. There's a team there of specialists that are just going to be able to solve your problems, but in the background they're generally rooting for your success as well. And it can feel fairly lonely in terms of if you're running your own business with your own criteria and own goals, it can feel like nobody else is really going to understand what you're trying to achieve. And with a relatively short introductory period, I felt that the service that Be More Social offer was they got to grips with it rather swiftly and then helped you run with it. My one piece of advice for anybody wanting to start working with Be More Social would be to take a long-term approach. Now I was deeply suspicious when when you get somebody on the phone saying, you're going to really have to commit to this for a few months. All you can think at the back of your mind is, yeah, I bet they do. They're just thinking about the dollar in the background. But actually, early days, I think somebody said, if you don't see results within 3 months, we will refund you some money. I didn't feel comfortable with that within a very short period of time, because I could see the efforts that were being put into the background, and actually the only reason that we would fail is if we ourselves weren't acting upon the advice that we were given. So it's up to you to put your own work in. I would say you need to carry out all the homework and all the tasks that are given. Really, it's for your own benefit, and to stick with these guys for the full 12 months minimum.